It is Thursday, and that means it's time for one of my weekly draft videos. We're doing more Dominaria. Finally starting to hit my stride in that format a little bit. Got my first trophy in the last video, and see if we can continue in that direction. Okay, this pack doesn't have anything great in it. Evra is... I've been pretty underwhelmed with her for the most part. I mean, she's fine, but... she's just so clunky. That activated ability, like, you can really set yourself up to get completely destroyed. And I think this pack has at least two commons or uncommons that I would take over it, and those are Untamed Kavu and Cloud Reader Sphinx. Which of those do I want? I'm not sure. Academy Drake's pretty good too. There's, three good things that I think are about as good as Evra. So I think I like the Kavu more just because of its flexibility. I do love scrying, but I think I'm going to go with the Kavu here. Grun the Lonely King. Yeah, that might be what we take. So there is an Academy Journey Mage, and I think that's just better than Grun. Doesn't keep us on green, but there's no reason for us to stay on green. I mean, Sapling Migration is also pretty good, but I think the Journey Mage is the best card here. Grow from the Ashes can really enable like 3, 4, 5 color decks and stuff, but I think I just take the Journey Mage over Grun and Migration, which are the only other two cards I think I would really consider here. Okay, Joyr's Familiar. There's another Academy Drake. This pack also has a Gideon's Reproach. It's not super late for one. I mean, it's not premium removal, but it is good removal. The green cards here are nothing special. Drake and Joyr's Familiar, I think, are really what we're looking at. We could consider Gideon's Reproach as well. I mean, it is removal. But I think I'm going to take the Drake. Yeah. Just so good because it's a good flyer early and it's a great flyer late. Another Reproach. Not seeing as much green, and the way we have passed some decent green cards, so I'm not 100% sure we'll be able to play green. Jousting Lance is nice in this format, helps break through board stalls, it's good on evasive creatures. I think it's Gideon's Reproach or Lance here is what we're really looking at. I think I'm going to go with the Reproach. It is removal. Maybe we don't end up in white, but it's... I think it's worth the risk. Another Journey Mage, which I am very happy about. I am a huge fan of Mana Wars, if you don't know that about me. Halar the Fire Fletcher is pretty good. But obviously, I mean, we're not really in that color pair. So I do like the Spider, too. It's a big overperformer in this format. It really just stops so many decks trying to do aggressive things in their tracks. Okay, here we're seeing some good green stuff. The Envoy is nice, can help enable a splash, and it's just got decent stats, and I think it's what we take here. This is a good sideboard card, and this is unfortunately like unplayable and limited. It was my spoiler card, funny part about that. But, okay. So there's no green or blue here. There are two good black cards, playable black cards, so maybe black's open. But Memorial to Genius is really good. These lands are really good, and I think it's what I take. It's basically a blue card, It's the blue card that's still in this pack. Because what's great about these lands, if you haven't heard me talk about it before, is that early in the game they just make mana for you, and then in the late game they turn into a spell, and that's some real value. Okay, so... Don't like Befuddle. It is hilarious against Evra. Halcyon Witness, though. It just wins the game. Could take the Worm. I think we take the Worm. We're not really a ramp deck yet, but we could end up as one. And like Voltaic Servant, I don't think I really want. Disciple, Tragic Poet, neither of those are great. I think the Worm is better than either of them. So we have a lot of creatures from the Tolarian Academy. Speaking of which, I think we'd probably take Jousting Lance here. Sorcerer's Wand can be quite good in a deck with a lot of wizards, but we're not really going to be in a deck with a lot of wizards. And I think I'd rather have the Lance, which is main boardable, over Pierce the Sky. Lance is great on Kavu, for example. Okay, so Rescue at this point just does stuff with our Journey Mages. Nature's Spiral is going to be okay if we have a bunch of... if we have bombs that getting back is really potent. I mean, getting back Journey Mages isn't bad. Arbor Armament isn't that great either. Like, none of the cards here are that good. They're all, like, yeah, Ds or less. I think I'll take the Spiral, though. May have the most upside. The Black Land's still here. So here we'll take Broken Bond. It's an actually good sideboard card, so I'll happily take it. I'll take the Tome. Right now our deck can't take advantage of it, but it might be able to. And a Rescue. And we'll take Servant. It might make the cut. If we're playing a deck that really wants Urza's Tome, it will. Okay, so not sure we're going to play white. And this isn't a great splash either because it's situational. So the Antiquities War is really cool, but you have to have so many artifacts in your deck that unless you like first pick it and really try hard to build around it, you can't do it. And if you try that hard to build around it, your deck's probably going to end up not being that good, unfortunately, unless you get it. If you get it, then, you know. Okay, so Deep Freeze is solid. Nothing special. Sapperling Migration is pretty good. Artificer's Assistant is fine, but this is not really a deck for it. This pack's just not that good. If it were first pick, I would take Blessed Light, but it's not. So we have one flyer. We have, I think we take Deep Freeze over the Migration. Yeah, we'll take the removal. Grun's here again. Do we take him this time? I don't think we do. I think Merfolk Trickster and Deep Freeze are better. As far as 6-drops go, he's plenty good, and maybe I do need him. I haven't actually seen much of him, but I bet he is better in this format than I'm thinking because he can punch through stalled boards better than most creatures because he gets so huge. And it's not like Deep Freeze is a great removal spell, and it's not like Merfolk Trickster is like incredible. So now I think we do take him, actually. I talked myself into it. Oh, Steel Leaf Champion again. That, you have to be a pretty green deck to make it work, but if you are, it is worth it. That Fight with Fire is interesting. I might have to take it, because it's in the conversation of best uncommon in the format, not named in Bolus's Clutches. Yeah, I think we take it. If we find ways to splash, that's great, but if red is open enough from this side, we could just hop into it and maybe dump our green or our blue. Either one getting dumped wouldn't be a huge deal. Steel the Champion's good, but you do need to be an incredibly green deck, and we're not really that right now. So I think we're going to go ahead and take Fight with Fire. It's just incredibly good. Oh, wow. Okay, well... Don't even need to look at the rest of the pack, really. I mean, Yavimaya Sapherd's fine. We may end up a deck that wants the Fire Fletcher at this rate. But yeah, we take the Fight with Fire here, too. Does red keep flowing? Not really. But Ancient Animus is fine. So is Migration again. So... This is not good fixing. Like, the only time I would play it is if I had, like, bombs across 4 or 5 colors and I was really desperate and I had historic payoffs. The reason it's not good is, I think some people say it's completely unplayable, and I don't think it's quite that bad. It's just very bad. But anyway, Migration. Animus is actually a removal spell, and we have decent-sized creatures. I think we take it over the Migration. Okay, well, there's an Adelies. So what am I supposed to do? I guess go blue-red. What's our other options in this pack? Corrosive Ooze? I think we take Adelies here. We did just take an Ancient Animus, but I think that may mean we're a blue-red deck now. It might, anyway. This pack isn't exactly showing us much. Befuddle's okay. Sparring Construct, Primordial Worm, Guardians of Koilos. If only you were legendary. Or historic, either one. Yeah, I mean, the good news about this, it's not like a sign that things are bad. Literally every card in this pack is like a C minus or worse, maybe even D's. I guess I'll take the Primordial Worm. It's in a color that we're sort of playing. Okay, well, if we were really building a ramp deck, that's where we'd go. However, Gitsu Chronicler is great. So, especially with Fight with Fire, you can cast it early, then get it back late, and dome your opponent for 10. So we're definitely taking the Chronicler here. It's better than Bloodstone Goblin or Frenzied Rage. Or Slinvada, if you have a legit ramp deck, is like a card. Yeah, we'll take an Overseer. Perfectly fine. Another Chronicler. Okay, sorry, green. None of the cards, I mean, Untamed Kavu is the best card over there, but the way things came out in this pack, I think we're doing the right thing. Take this Sentinel. Not sure it'll make the cut. So, which of these is more likely to make the cut? This is actually a wizard, so if I ended up with a bunch of spells, which I guess, a bunch of wizard payoffs is what I'm trying to say. And that's more likely than a bunch of historic payoffs, I think. Neither of these are very good. I think maybe Curator's Ward might be worth citing in on a rare occasion. So we turn into blue-red wizards there because of the back-to-back Fight with Fires, followed by a late Adeles, and followed by 2 late Chroniclers. We would like some more spells for sure. And I don't think this is going to end up working out in our deck. I don't know why they had to make him 5 mana. It's not like he can exile opponent's permanents, too. That would be a whole other... Ooh, in Bolus's Clutches. Another Chronicler. Fiery Intervention would be nice. Skittering Surveyor wouldn't hurt. Wouldn't mind Skizik either. But in Bolus's Clutches is incredibly strong. Mind control effects are nuts because they're basically removal spells that give you a copy of whatever you killed. Well, I'm sorry, Traxos. You were good for us in my last draft video. But we are not in a Traxos deck this time. This is another historic permanent. I don't know what that's worth, but... so what's the best card in this pack? Probably Triumph of Gerard. I mean, Traxos has a higher ceiling, but I'm sort of just leaning towards another Memorial here. Flame of Keld, Warlord's Fury. Yeah, I think we go for another Memorial. These are the nice kind of cards in this format that are nice and grindy and can draw you cards late, and that'll be great. Why does this pack have so much good stuff in it? Okay, we got Time of Ice, which is incredibly strong. Sheevan Fire and Syncopate would both be good, too. I think we have to take Time of Ice, though. It's just too strong. I mean, it's not an instant or sorcery, I know, but it's just too strong. In our deck, starting to tap things down and just attack however we want to and then bouncing all of our opponent's stuff is incredibly strong. So, yeah, we're Time of Icing it. Okay, so I think we're a deck that probably actually wants Opt. I don't like the Lava Runner. It's just too slow. I mean, by the time it gets to be big enough, because you have spells in your graveyard, it doesn't matter. Unless you have like 10 Opts in your deck, I guess. So, yeah, like Ancient Animus, again, Prospector, yeah, I think we take Opt. We want Opt. Here I think we take Syncopate. Yeah. So there's Halar, but we're not actually red-green, we are red-blue. Do we just take like a crappy Fire Elemental here? I mean, Fervent Strike is a spell, Rescue is a spell. We still just have our Journey Mages. Oh, we could do stuff with Time of Ice too, I guess. Not a lot, though. It's not one that can really be abused by bouncing. So, maybe I take the Fire Fletcher and maybe I can splash him. I can't right now, and we're nearing the end of this draft, but I think that's the most likely card to see play in our deck. Ooh, Radiating Lightning is not very good. Our colors are really getting cut off. I mean, that's a pretty late Vicious Offering. I mean, I think we're going to have to take this Radiating Lightning, and we may even have to play it. Wah, wah. Another one? Or a Howling Golem. Golem's not bad. Yeah, I guess I'll take the Golem. Another Chronicler. That's more of what I want to see. Those guys are all wizards, and they help you get back spells. Probably Warlord's Fury. I think it's better than Unwind's an okay sideboard card, but this in a deck that has spell payoffs is pretty nice. We don't have a ton, so maybe it doesn't make the cut, but we're pretty stretched here to make playables work. Since we were green for so long and then abandoned it. Maybe we should have stayed green. I mean, these are decent green cards. We could look at what a red-green deck would look like for us at some point when we're doing the deck building, but I think this is the better deck. Of course, we're going to need to run like some mediocre stuff probably. Like maybe this. We'll take the Void. We have a lot of non-basics. We may even play the Void, depending on what her mana looks like. There we go. So, let's make 2 decks here. Since Magic Online lets one do that. And so this deck still needs a little bit more, a few more playables. I think we probably want Urza's Tome. We don't have a ton of ways to make it more than looting, but looting is slowly, even in this format, is pretty good. And then Prospector, Seismic Shift. I don't want any of these cards. No. Maybe it's Seismic Shift. So, I mean, we're really stretched for playables because we're in green for so long. And those back-to-back Fight with Fires, I think, alone were worth going into red. And we got a few other nice things. All the Chroniclers are nice. But, man, trying to find enough playables is... We're going to be having to run an ugly card here. We just can't do enough with this. I mean, it might be kind of cool to make Embolus's Clutches fall off of something and then bring it back and put it on a better legendary, on a better creature or permanent. It can save Adelies, and it can bounce like these things or blink them. That doesn't really seem worth it to me. It might just be Skirk Prospector. It's just another dude. Can help us ramp a little if that's what we need. I mean, it's not very good in limited, but I think it's better than the other choices we have. And then I think we can get away with the Void and the 2 Memorials. Sort by color. I mean, maybe the Void stretching it just because we have so many. Yeah, maybe we don't want the Void. The 2 Geniuses, Memorial to Geniuses is enough for me. We do have Voltaic Servant plus Urza's Tome, which is a little bit of a combo, but we're not doing anything crazy with the Servant, but we're so low on playables that I think I'd rather play it than anything else. That gives me 10 blue sources and just 7 red. I think that's a little extreme. Yeah, I think this is better. 9 and 8, basically. Okay, so this is the blue-red wizard spells deck thing. Why aren't you letting me rename the deck? Okay, well, we'll just create new deck and see what the red-green deck looks like. So, we still want these Chroniclers. Definitely still want the Fight with Fires and the Keldon Overseer. I think we're even shorter on playables here. We do get Halar, Ancient Animus, Broken Bond, main board, yeah, if we have to. Gift of Growth, Nature Spiral if we have to, Envoy, Grun. Yeah, I mean, that's not enough. We'd have to run Radiating Lightning, Skirk Prospector, and like Warlord's Fury. This deck looks weaker to me than the other one. So we'll continue without saving that one. And yeah, this will be our deck. Should be, I mean, we have some strong stuff going on. Nice cards. The most fun thing we're going to do is fight with fire. I always want to call it fight fire with fire. Fight with fire early to kill something, and then late game be like, get 2 Chronicler kicked, dome you for 10 on the next turn. And that is a lot of fun. We have other spells we can get back to, they're just not as exciting. That's going to be the dream, is getting those back, not getting back like Opt or Warlord's Fury or Radiating Lightning or any of that crap. Alright, see you guys in the first match. Alright, so going into our first match, our deck is real weird, because we have cards on both ends of the power spectrum, I would say. I think this is a keep. It's fine. Like we have Time of Ice. We also have Radiating Lightning. We have Adeliz Cinderwind, and we also have Tolarian Scholar. It's not where you want to be. But I feel like the powerful cards can overcome the bad ones. At least the Scholar's a wizard. We have a few cards that care about that. So we drew a Prospector, but I still think we play the Memorial to Genius first. The good news is we can play the Prospector, and even if we miss a land drop, we can play Adeliz. Although, yeah, I don't know. Bloodstone Goblin. Yeah, we didn't miss the land drop anyway, so it doesn't matter. I think we play our Voltaic Servant here. Who can block the Goblin, which is nice. I definitely block. I mean, if they want to trade a trick or whatever, I'm down for it. Chances are they're just doing this. Yeah, they're just doing it because they should. Like, you know. Ooh. That's not good. Okay, so we don't want him to get equipment or auras attached to him anytime soon. But we can play Adeliz here. Start going to town in the air. So like if they put Arcane Flight on this guy this turn, I'm gonna cry. Because they would hit us for 7. I would block the Bloodstone again. Or the Menace Aura. That one would be bad too. Oh. Well. We just need to like Time of Ice them until we can draw the cards in our deck that are good. Alright, so we're going to take the 3 here. I don't think I actually want a Time of Ice just yet. I think I'm going to play Skirk Prospector and Jousting Lance. Oh, I actually don't need to pay that much mana to do it. And we'll end our turn. Untap our Jousting Lance. So we can double block him now, and they have to use a trick or something to save him. Which I think we're kind of okay with. Radiating Lightning can kill those elemental tokens, but they only stay around for a turn anyway, so it's not exactly what you want to be doing. Okay, let's double block him. See what they have. Alright. Looks like we just get to kill him, which I'm happy with. A little ways away from you, my friend. I think I just want to equip. And attack. Alright, we go for 3, end our turn. Skirk Prospector going to town. But we do have our Inbolus's Clutches and our Time of Ice, which are 2 of the most powerful cards in our deck, so that's good news. Radiating Lightning can kill that, that's more good news. Okay. Let's attack with our Prospector first and see what happens. Pow? Question mark? Yes. When you actually get to kill something with Radiating Lightning, it feels pretty good, but it doesn't going to happen most of the time. Also pulled us way ahead in the race. Okay, so we're going to attack again. I think we just play our Scholar. I don't think we play Time of Ice until it can potentially win us the game or we fall behind. So far, we haven't. So... And we have the mana for Bolus's Clutches too, so we're in pretty good position, despite the two incredibly mediocre creatures we have in play right now. So you cost 5 to crack, so may have to at some point. I'm going to take it. I want them to tap out and play something big here that we can steal, but that isn't what's going to happen. Okay. I mean, we could steal it, but it doesn't win us the game right here. I think we do play Time of Ice, although bouncing this obviously is far from ideal, so I don't think we actually do. Let's attack first. We could tap it down and that would have an impact, but if they just want to block with it with... I mean, I think they'll probably just block this. Oh, they got something. Shooting fire, okay. Alright, so you cost 3 to equip. I think we play Time of Ice here. I'm actually going to use it on the Goblin. So we can get rid of 2 blockers next turn, which still won't allow us to do lethal, obviously. But okay, what's this going to be? Hopefully a permanent. Since we have Bolus's Clutches, if it's a really expensive... I mean, most likely it's a permanent. Maybe it's Jaya Ballard. She only costs 5. I don't know. I am waiting to find out, though. Oh, wow. They use their Clutches. So I can enchant their Bolus's Clutches to get back our Lance, amusingly enough. So the annoying thing is I don't really want to bounce get to Chronicler. Okay. If I let them bounce that Chronicler, I don't necessarily have a choice, unfortunately. I could just target this again, though, and make it so they have to attack me to get their creature tapped. So I think... I just attack. I think it's better to leave up mana to crack Memorial to Genius than it is to play the Tome here. Yeah. Alright, wonder turn there. Jousting Lance, stolen. Our Chronicler could get us back our Radiating Lightning, and our opponent's exactly at 4, so it's not too bad. Hopefully they don't, I mean, they can hit us for 3 here if they equip their Chronicler. So hopefully they don't find some other way to do a bunch of damage. Well, that is going to drop us to 1, isn't it? Equip. No, they didn't equip. So it's going to drop us to 3. Wow, you don't want your Chronicler to get bounced? Interesting. Okay, so we go to 4 here in theory. I guess if it goes back to their hand, they can potentially kick it later. Okay, they're going to equip the Lance. So we're going to draw 2 here. Lance. Okay. Turn both of those and another land. Not exactly what I wanted to happen. So we're going to Clutches their Chronicler. Yeah. They'll still control the Lance, but crap. So we need 1 more land to kick that guy, and if I were to attack here and they play that guy and kick him, we're dead. However, if I don't attack here and they play that guy and kick him, we're also dead, right? No. No, because I could block one of them. Okay, so I think we don't attack. We know they have the Goblin. Yeah, we don't attack. They do still control this Lance, but they have to pay mana to equip it to something that isn't the Chronicler I stole. This does look pretty silly, though, the Clutches on top of Clutches. So we'll probably play our Tome next and try to start looting. Do they take the Lance away? Yes. That makes sense. Ooh. So we're at 8 right now. So we just have to make it to 1 through 1 more turn. Can we make it to 1 more turn, though? Oh, wait. No, I can only swing for 3. So they still need that land, and they didn't hit it. They need that land to play that guy and kick him and steal my creature. I can block only one thing, but that would put me at 1. So I think we wait, like I'm planning. Yeah, I think we play Urza's Tome here. Hopefully they don't kick something, right? And we're going to go ahead and do this now. Wouldn't mind drawing a cheap creature here. Ooh, we did. Nicely done. Actually, I think that just wins us the game. We have 1 blocker. Yeah, that does just win us. Unless what they have is they have a Sheevan Fire in their hand. Then we're in trouble. Crap. Oh no, and they're not even necessarily dead, so never mind. Definitely don't attack. Because they can just block this and go to 1, and then we're definitely dead. So we need to get to our turn so we can fight with fire. End our turn. So if they do kick that, he's going to get Menace. So didn't think about that. Definitely should have killed this with fight with fire. I hope they didn't draw that land. Because... oh no. Should have killed it. It's going to be a 5/3 Menace. Have to stick 2 blockers on it. Keldon Overseer steals something else. And then we have to take the damage from the Overseer and the other thing, or however you arrange it. We have to take lethal if they play their Keldon Overseer kicked right now. Do they even have one in their hand? Yeah, they do. We killed this one early in the game with Radiating Lightning. They have one in their hand. So if we win this one, it's because of luck. Because I definitely misplayed that situation. Yeah. But if they had it, I feel like they would have done it. Because I'm tapped out. It's not like I can do anything. I mean, maybe they're doing the math too. Yeah, it costs 7 to kick. That would make him a 5/3. Steal, let's say, my 3/1. They went to combat, so that's a good start. I think I block with the Chronicler. God, I hope they don't have Run Amok. If they have Run Amok here, that goes to 7 and would hit us for 4. I think maybe we need to double block just to be safe here. Especially because we have a guaranteed win with Fight with Fire if we're allowed to get to our turn. That's all that has to happen is for us to get to our turn and we can kick it. Okay. Okay. Well, that means we win. We misplayed that situation, certainly. They could have actually stolen this and attacked with it right away because it has haste. So they could have... No, that wouldn't have been enough either. I would have just blocked him, and then Fight with Fire still would have won the game. Okay. Wow. So we're going to cast this with a kicker. Just going to do all 10 to them. So glad I can see. Good job, guys. Wizards. You're just killing it. Sure hope that says 10. Any way I can make this easier to see? I don't think so. Oh, God. Okay, well. That should do it. Yeah, all right. That got us there. We have like no sideboard to speak of because of the way we drafted. So I guess we'll just continue with what we got. I mean, that Skirk Prospector and that Tolarian Scholar, who are definitely like cards that I have yet to play in this format and hopefully never will play again. They did some work. Jousting Lance, man, makes anything into a problem. Man, yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be the way our deck wins most frequently, is with a kicked Fight with Fire. It's not a bad way to win. Ooh. I don't think we can keep this one. Even though this can help us power out the 2, yeah, I think we got a mulligan. This one's fine. That opt really makes it a lot better. I think you're going to go on the bottom. I may end up regretting this, and they played both of their Keldon 3-1 guys. That card's normally a sideboard card, and we're main boarding it, so there you go. Alright, so we'll opt at the end of their turn. Scholar, huh? I don't really think I want you either. See you later. Okay, that's better. It's more like it. Do we play an early Chronicler? Is it worth it? I don't really think it is. I think we just end our turn, and depending on what they do, we either play Adelis or Fight with Fire on our turn. Alright, let's see if we can do this again, or if she eats another Sheevan Fire. She could get syncopated or something too. Yeah, she's dead. Alright. Prospector. Look out. He's here to mess you up again. He does potentially let us cast and bolus his clutches next turn if our opponent plays something that we want to steal. They did not. At this point, we're going to be kicking Get to Chronicler to get back an opt. So, yeah, that's exciting, right? I would totally do it. So, I mean, I don't want to do it, but if that's what the options are next turn, that's what I'm going to do. 6 mana for a 1/3 that gets me back opt. Could be worse. Aww. Okay. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Here we go. Get back that opt. Look out. In a lot of formats, like playing this on turn 2 would be the best thing to do, but it just has so much more value late that you just don't want to do it most of the time. Okay. So, do we want to steal him? If I had my Jousting Lance, I would be like thrilled to steal him. Let's opt, see if it's around. Put that on the bottom. Where's his tome? Okay. Well, I think I'm just going to cast Fight with Fire on him without the kicker. And attack with our 1/3. Play the tome so we can start digging. for, you know, another Chronicler. We have one historic card in our graveyard already. Okay, that we probably do steal, I think. Yeah, let's do it. And we will attack for 1. The annoying thing about this card is, should they manage to kill it, it goes in their graveyard, and, okay. Well, that hurts. Blink of an Eye is very good against Embolus's clutches. They do have to discard a card, at least. Because of their embarrassment of riches over there. That gives us 2 historic cards in our graveyard. Okay, that's not going to be nice too. We're just going to go ahead and do this now. Another Chronicler, that's exactly what we wanted. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to do Chronicler, kicked. Get back, fight with fire this time. Attack for 1. So, you know, this can just kill people by going to the dome, but I can divide 10 damage however I want. So that may be the way we need to use it this time. Get to kill a few things. Yeah, like that Cloud Reader Sphinx, for example. Because we can do it now and do... Oh, now I don't know if we do now. We can deep freeze this, but it's not like our creatures can really attack through. It might just be better to fight with fire for 4 and then 6 to them. Yeah, that's going to be better. I think we just do that. Here I can actually... Okay, let's select the second target. And I'm assuming you say 6. God. I'm gonna very carefully put in 6. Okay, did what it was supposed to. We attack for 2. If they play another problem creature, we can deep freeze it. We also have Memorial to Genius to keep digging in our deck. This is my ideal deck. Like, you know, we have some subpar cards in it, but this is my favorite kind of Magic deck to just be grindy as hell. Drawing extra cards. You know, it's a good time. What are they going to play? Another Warcry Phoenix, okay. Turning that one into nothing is probably a good idea. Okay, so... I'm going to go ahead and just discard there because it only in a situation where I really don't want to discard is it worth using up our resources in there. Okay, we'll use Deep Freeze here, and then I think we attack with both these. So Radiating Lightning does seem pretty good here since our opponent has several X1s. I'm going to hold on to this for looting purposes, basically. We need to get our 3rd Chronicler or a 2nd Fight with Fire. That's what we're looking to do here. And we are drawing 2 cards a turn, and we can draw even more if we have to. So we're not in any serious danger either yet. I mean, we could end up in it. We are out of removal now in our hand anyway. Uh-oh. No. Why? It's not nice. I would never take one of your permanents. I don't have a bounce spell like they do. Okay, so let's crack the memorial right now. Okay. Kind of thinking about just playing Warlord's Fury to cycle it here. I think I will. Right. Look out for the first strike. Drops him to 6. If we can get him to 3, Radiating Lightning can also kill them. I think leaving up mana for Syncopate here is better than our other options. They get to start looting now, though. Take 2, go to 14. Something getting syncopated. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Don't want them getting back Sheevan Fires and stuff. Okay, we got our other memorial. 14 cards left in our deck. One of them's a fight with fire. One of them is another chronicler. One of them's Radiating Lightning, which would actually also be pretty good right here. Because it would kill their Relic Runner and also allow me to get them down to 2. I think those are basically our only cards that can win us the game here. Yeah, must be nice. If I hadn't stolen my tome, I would feel a lot better about our chances, but... Oh, now we really want Radiating Lightning. Maybe more than anything. Definitely more than anything, because it would just win us the game on the spot. Because we'd kill 2 blockers, drop them to 2, and they can only block 2 of these. Okay. We will crack this. Not Radiating Lightning, but certainly something that will be useful. Okay, so I think we attack with all 3 of these creatures. Okay, so yeah, we'll kill one of the Relic Runners, drop them to 4. Keldon Overseer can just single-handedly win us the game, potentially. I'm going to play Howling Golem and Jousting Lance here in my turn. So we have like a 1 in 5 chance of drawing what we need, and we may not need to. Keldon Overseer may be enough. We haven't seen counter magic out of them, but I'm a little worried they might have put in Unwind because they know about our win condition. Okay, well, this is 11 mana. That is 7. God, we're 1 short of being able to... Oh, no, we're not. We have exactly enough to do what we want to do. Okay. Yeah. So Journey Mage. See if they let that happen. We will bounce the Goblin. And then we will kick Keldon Overseer. Take their Relic Runner. They could have Sheevan Fire or something to kill the Overseer, but I think we still just attack with everything. Our Golem may even just draw us our Fight with Fire, so they get to draw a card too, but I think I'm okay with that. Mountain. Hopefully they drew nothing useful. Well, they're looting. That's usually a good sign. I mean, it also means they think there's something in their deck that can help them, but it means they don't have it, you know? Yeah, we got there. Our deck is a weird one, like I said. We got some very mediocre cards, but the late game get to Chronicler plan is super strong in this format. See you guys in the next match. Right, second match, we would like to play first. Another good hand. Maybe Adaluz won't die this time. She hasn't been allowed to live yet. So we've had to rely on get to Chroniclers getting us back crazy spells to win games. Crap. I hate seeing turn 1 Llanowar Elves. It's just so, can just be such explosive starts. Like, most decks in this format are slow, but decks running Llanowar Elves can just, well, that's not that scary. But usually, no, I mean, it's still played a 3-drop on turn 2, just isn't the most impactful one. So yeah, I think we play Adaluz again. I mean, there's something to be said for like waiting till I can protect her, but my hand right now, from Sheevan Fire specifically, but my hand right now can't do that. So anyway, so I don't think it's worth worrying about. And her opponent's not playing red anyway. I'm just thinking about the last game where she kept eating Sheevan Fire. All right, look at that vigilance. Abzan, huh? Yep. Luckily, he's only good against equipment, not all artifacts. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to play one of these Chroniclers unkicked. Because it gives us another good blocker. Yeah, I think we have to do it. It also means later, potentially anyway, when we play a spell, we get to pump the Chronicler too, because it's a wizard, so. So much mana. Yeah, well, at least we made them pay 5 instead of 1 to kill her, you know. So far, we have, yeah. Oh, of course we now draw Opt. Of course. Well, we're going to Opt. I mean, we have a lot of pressure on us, but it's not the most insane pressure. So I think we still put it on the bottom though. Yeah, I think that was the right choice. So we're going to play Prospector. And I guess I probably want to play my Overseer too. Yeah, let's do it. Doesn't have good attacks, but it blocks okay against the 2/2. Attack me for 2. So we can kick a Chronicler to get back Opt right now, which I know is super exciting. Yeah, I don't think we do it. I think I just play a Scholar here. My collection of mediocre creatures. Yeah, we don't even have an Easter Glider, which is like a mediocre creature that I'd like to have. Okay, so we'll block this and turn it into a Saproling at least. Yargle. Yargle's actually kind of scary because our board's so bad. Crap. Do I need to get that Opt back? I kind of want to. Yargle. Yeah, can we like hope that our opponent doesn't have a combat trick to back up that Yargle? I don't know. I think we have to try to kill it in combat either way. Yeah. I wonder if they have charge. If they're attacking with the ooze, that makes me think they do. But if they do, I'm kind of screwed either way. Yeah, they're not attacking with the ooze, so charge seems less likely. Because I could block the ooze really easily and not even lose anything. So I think we're going to do this. Go to 10. Okay, so we're going to Opt. Hello. Okay, yeah. And then we're going to cast Fight with Fire on the Glider. And we can get it back later with our final Chronicler. This time we're going to have to find damage somewhere. I don't know where we're going to find it. The tome will be helpful, though. Yeah. You can actually untap it. It's not like we have enough mana to use it twice, but I'm going to use it now just in case we hit a land. The question is it better to use this than to just cast Warlord's Fury? The answer is probably no. So let's just cast Warlord's Fury. Okay, there's the land. So now we can also use this. We don't have any historic things in our graveyard right now, so it is straight up looting. They're flooding, and we're just not doing anything. I think we loot. Oh, that is a difficult decision. I think we go with the Drake, though. Yeah. We're a little short of being able to actually play him kicked, but I think just playing a flyer here is worth it. End our turn. Someday they'll stop flooding out. There they go. Yeah, Deep Freeze is really bad against these kinds of go wide decks. So we will loot. Discard that land. And we will loot. Discard that land. Yeah, I mean, Deep Freeze doesn't do much right now. We have 6 mana in play already, so we can at least use in Bolus's Clutches, but it's not going to steal anything that exciting either. I think we attack. And then I'm going to put Deep Freeze on the Ooze. Makes it a better blocker, but it makes it harder for opponents to kill us here. I think at some point they'd start attacking us. It's not. We're not at it yet, though. Okay. Basically, all you're going to do is get rid of a Saproling, but that's perfectly okay with me, man. So we'll attack. It's not worth bouncing Sapherd, obviously, so. Okay. Just giving us another creature and taking away one of theirs is kind of a big deal. I'm gonna hold on to this. We do, of course, have a Fight with Fire, which means we want to get 9 lands in play at some point, but for now, holding on to lands to loot seems pretty good to me. Yeah, so. Okay, get out of here. We'll attack with our Drake. That Drake is doing what we needed it to. We just have to hope we can continue to hold off our opponent. Actually loot again, and we probably will at the end of their turn. I don't know where our historic permanents are. I mean, one's in play, but... Hey, there's one. I think we actually probably want him, though. More bodies to protect us, the better. Okay, so... we'll do it again. Ooh, that's good. Okay. Yeah, mainboarding Radiant Lightning, maybe you're supposed to, I don't know. I'll attack. So I don't think I'm going to cast it yet, especially because of the probability that our opponent has more stuff going on. Like, they might play some more Saplings. If they play Charge or something, we can cast in response Radiant Lightning. And that would be really powerful. Okay, so now we're just going to do it. That's right, I have a main board. That's probably what they're thinking. Like, how do you have that main board? Or why do you have that main board? Well, because I didn't get enough playables. Okay. So we're going to attack with both of these. Okay, go to 2. Should we just leave up all the mana in the world for Syncopate? 4 of 7 mana. I mean, they'd have to cast a pretty expensive, cheap spell for it not to matter. Although a 4 mana spell would do it. I think we play our Golem. Just end our turn. Did Academy Drake get us there? Maybe. Our opponent's going to sack some things first to find out. Now I wish I had like 3 Radiating Lightnings, because Deep Freeze is so bad against this opponent, and Radiating Lightning is so good. Might still get to Syncopate something. Yeah, not that. Their hand's empty though, so... Oh, that Syncopate's gonna come in handy now. He probably was like, thank God I drew this Ancient Animus, and then we said, nah. No thank you. Okay, so I think we still leave in our crappy Deep Freeze. Seismic Shift doesn't seem especially good. I mean, nah. We don't have anything that we can do to upgrade our deck. I mean, as I keep saying, this deck is a weird case in that most of the time I think where you end up having to play some of these cards, your deck's awful, but this format has like a very flattish, mostly flat power level, and there are some crazy cards that are huge spikes, like in Bolus's Clutches and Adelies. But like the average playable in this format, you know, like Tolarian Scholar's bad, but how much worse is he than Keldon Overseer, which is, like, I mean, it's worse for sure, but it's not a huge gap. I don't think. And I think that's why, you know, this deck's doing all right. I mean, you know, making sure you're playing really powerful cards helps, and we are. And a lot of what we're doing is silly get through Chronicler stuff, but obviously in Bolus's Clutches and Adelies are strong, but Adelies is never going to survive, so. Okay, I think this is a keeper. Ooh, we got them both. All we have to do is get to turn 10 and just 10 and 11 and just fire both of them off, or 9 and 10, whatever. Yep, that Corrosive Ooze is going to smash us in the face. He's really bad against Saprolings too. And Llanowar Elves. I think we play him here still though. I'm happy to trade him for Corrosive Ooze. We could leave mana for Syncopate, and that's probably what we're doing next turn. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and trade up here. Again, I said trade up, and I actually mean trade up in the Magic sense. I mean just trading. Crap. Glad we can kill that. So we will. Kabam. You can get it back later, potentially. Play Memorial of the Genius, end our turn. They can get, yeah, like I said, they can get it back, but they need another black mana and stuff. They might play something else that we have to fight with fire here. Although them attacking is a good sign. Yeah, that's not something we want to fight with fire. It is, however, something we want to bounce, so we will. Just keep the game. We got to get the game to go long so we can do our Chronicler nonsense and, you know, fight with fire nonsense. We're doing a pretty good job of that so far. Yargle. So, okay. Yeah, I think we got to kill Yargle, unfortunately. We can get him back, so it's not a huge deal. We're going to attack for 3. Got to do some damage, you know. We have mana up for Syncopate. We probably counter whatever they play here, basically. Unless it's like a Saproling generating spell. We can only Syncopate for 2, so we can't do it to that 3-drop again. Yeah, so it does resolve. We can counter that, though. Yeah, and I think we do. Okay. I think I'm actually going to hold off on Radiating Lightning for now. Probably just crack the Memorial to Genius at the end of their turn, but I'll just end my turn. The reason I'm holding on to it is because if I trade with this, they get a Saproling, right? And then I can kill it with Radiating Lightning. And they have way more ways of making more Saprolings, so I think I'm going to block it. I think I only cast Radiating Lightning if they play out a few more things that we can just kill with it. Otherwise, well, okay, they played one more. Yeah, I think we do it now. Get that 2.5 for 1. Oh, they're going to pump their whole team, aren't they? Uh-oh. Or maybe they're Memorial to Falling. I hope that's all they're doing. Because pumping their whole team would be bad. That is all they're doing. They're getting back the Gorger. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to opt. Yes, please. Say, we know they have the Gorger, and that is a huge problem. That is one of the few cards our Ice card is good against, so hopefully we can draw it before the 7/7. Although it's only going to be a 4/4 Gorger right now, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to hold on to this land for now. Bluff Syncopate or whatever. They don't know I only have one. Yeah, just a Gorger. Regular old Gorger. Ooh, that's pretty nasty. Bounce the Gorger. Attack for 2. Continue to hold on to this land. So replay the Gorger. Is that what they do? Or do they have something more sinister planned? A little more sinister because they gain life and it's a flyer, so. Okay. I think I'm going to crack this now. Oh, need to pay a little more. Okay, we did get a Chronicler, which is nice, but I think I only attack with the Journey Mage here. Right. Trade away. So we can Chronicler and get back, fight with fire. And casting Fight with Fire plus this trigger should kill our opponent in most scenarios. We'll see, though. Okay, it's just the Gorger again, which we're cool with, all things considered. And then Chronicler, get back, fight with fire. Attack for 2, dropping them to 11. So, yeah, I mean, they're dead most ways I can think of. If they play, I mean, if we have to, we can just blow up a bunch of creatures instead of killing them. Right, we take 4. The thing to be a little concerned about is if they have a removal spell. And I decided, yeah, so we win for sure now. Fight with Fire will get us there, all on its own. Again. So we're going to cast it, just target them, make sure this is a 10. Okay. And that will do it. Well, we have to attack first, actually, but Yeah, they scoop. All right, so 2-0 with this thing. Very weird deck. I mean, you know, there are cards in this deck I never want to play, and I'm playing them and winning. So of course it has most of it has to do with 2 cards I love playing. So see you guys in the final match. Maybe we can get back-to-back trophies. All right, we're going into the final match. Chance at a trophy. I think this hand's a keep. Warlord's Fury. God, this deck is simultaneously good and bad somehow. I mean, I know how the average strength of the card in the deck is fairly decent, so we're gonna play the Servant now, play Scholar, and then Journey Mage. It's actually pretty good. Pretty good start. Yeah, that Journey Mage is better. Oh, no, it's not. I was thinking the Scholar was the Mage. Yeah, so we'll just play our Scholar. End our turn. They may have gotten there more on like an actual Wizard deck, because we didn't really get there. Okay, do I take the trade here? Offer the trade? Yeah, I think I do. It does mean I lose a Wizard, though, but I think that's okay. Rampaging Cyclops. Okay, so I'm gonna do this just to cycle it. So good. And then we're gonna play Jousting Lance and end our turn. So yeah, I mean, this is when Cyclops can actually hit people pretty hard, is when they don't have 2 creatures in play. What is it, the second one? No, Raider. Yeah, so we're going to play Journey Mage and bounce Cyclops, I think is our plan for this turn. So it's blue or black, their splash color. Ooh, that'll be nice. Okay, so Journey Mage on Cyclops. Then the Journey Mage can trade with Keldon Raider. We're only 1 off with clutches, so if they play something crazy, we might actually be happy. Wizard's Lightning, that's not crazy. Come on. We can kick our Chronicler and get back Warlord's Fury right now. For some reason that doesn't sound very good. Okay, so I'm going to equip the Servant here. Because if we can attack for 3 and then untap and block as a 3-power creature against Keldon Raider, that's actually, like, pretty okay. So, that's what we're going to do. So the Servant untaps himself. Doesn't have first strike on their turn, but he can trade with Keldon Raider, which is not something he can normally do, so yeah, we're going to go for the trade here. Looks like it happens. So if they play the Cyclops again and we draw a land, oh, that's... So they get back their Raider. Pretty gross. Pretty gross. That's not good. They're about to have haste and all sorts of stuff over there. Do we need to play an unkicked Chronicler and equip it? I think we do. Just, make it so that the attacks aren't completely devastating. Unfortunately, stealing her isn't that great. I mean, it would give my creatures haste or whatever, but I don't know. It's not that great. Because the trigger is where you get a lot of the value, and I don't get that trigger. So, Cyclops. It's probably the only thing they're going to attack me with. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we take 4. Alright, so I think we steal that Cyclops. It'll be tapped, which isn't awesome, but I think I'm okay with it. Right. And we will end our turn. So we know they have a Keldon Raider, but we can block and kill him with Gitu Chronicler. We don't know anything else, though. That's pretty much it. Hopefully they don't have anything too scary. Yeah, there's the Raider. If he attacked with Garna too, I would block Garna because the haste is enough of an issue. Wow, you don't want to keep your Skin Witch? Does that just mean you have another one? Ooh. Chains whirling. Okay. Does that mean I'm dead? Does not. I can go to 1. Basically means I'm dead, but yeah. I block the 4 and I go to the 4/3 and I go to 1. What do we need? Fight with fire wouldn't be too bad. I think we just have to play this unkicked and play Howling Golem to not die. Yeah. It's a good chance we still die. But, let's make them do it. I mean, if they play 2 creatures, we're dead. Play removal spell, we're dead. We play... That's what they're splashing blue for. They play 2, so we're dead. Alright. Well, it didn't go super well, and we don't really have a sideboard to help us, so... Yeah, we just didn't get time to get our feet under us in that game like we have in the others. So, hopefully we can in this one. I would like to play first. This is an okay hand. So yeah, I'll lead with the Prospector. Getting in for a bit of early damage seems worth it. So, do we leave mana for Syncopate here? Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to, actually. Because the only other thing we can do is opt, and we can wait to do that anyway. We could play Howling Golem if we sacrificed our Prospector, but that's not really worth it. So, but we can Syncopate for 2 for what that is worth. We only need to do it for 1. Yeah, I mean, a 1/3, sure. It does block basically all of our early creatures really well, sadly enough. So we're going to opt. Yeah, we kind of need it, so I'm going to put that on top. I think since we have the time to do it right now, I'm just going to play the Memorial and leave up Syncopate here. This way, yeah, I think that works out better in the end. So I think we play the Golem. End our turn. Yeah, I mean, this game so far is one where our mediocre cards are by far outnumbering our good ones. Okay, so we're going to do Syncopate here. Bye-bye, Goblin. Deep Freeze plus Time of Ice isn't the greatest combo, although I guess their creature won't ever be tapped. I think we attack here, and if they block, we use Radiating Lightning to finish that creature off. We both get to draw a card when we attack, too. So we're going to attack. Chronicler. They're going to block. So yeah, I think we'll use Radiating Lightning to do the last damage to that thing. Gives us something to get back with our Chronicler. Although often Syncopate are good too. They're not great or anything. We're also only at 4 mana, so we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. But we can play Time of Ice. Oh, do they not have anything? We're just gonna help them draw into stuff though. We're just nice like that. Howling Golem, draw him a card. Enjoy, my friend. Ooh, that Journey Mage is nice. Garna. Yeah, that's Garna. Well then. That's not good. That's what beat the crap out of us in the last game, more or less. Wish I had that Radiating Lightning right about now. I do think we put Deep Freeze on Garna. It'll make our lives a lot easier, so I think no haste, please. Yes, I think we play Kicked Chronicler. Do we, though? Maybe I just play Tolarian Scholar. Yeah, I think I just play the Scholar for now. I think I'm actually not going to trade here because Time of Ice could set us up to do more damage. Okay. Well, I think we cast Academy Journey Mage. And we bounce Get to Journey Mage. I'm going to attack here, but they're just going to block with the 0/4, obviously. But just in case they don't. So next turn, let's say they replay that guy, we can play Time of Ice and tap it down and attack for 2. Not great. We really need to draw our big spells. It's like our way to win. Because chronicling and getting back Syncopate is okay, but our opponent can play. If you know your opponent has counter magic playing around, it is way easier. And like if we were in a position of strength, I wouldn't really care that they know I have it, because I would just counter, like if I had a creature who was winning me the game, I would just counter anything that got in the way. But okay. Okay, that Memorial is going to be nice. Yeah, I think we play Time of Ice here. Just got to get him down to 10 at least, you know? So we're going to play Time of Ice. Tap down the Journey Mage. And attack with both our wizards. He just blocked both of them. No. Goes to 14. Play this Memorial and end our turn. If he could find a way to tap his Garna, it would be make us look really bad. I don't really want them to get back their Surveyor, but them getting that back is a lot less of an issue than other things. Another Keldon Raider, maybe? Something that they don't mind getting back. Oh, another Goblin Barraging. Okay. Okay, so we're going to target that again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sack this Memorial. Oh, it's not actually that much. Sack this Memorial. Okay, that's actually pretty good for this situation. I could get greedy and wait, but I don't think we need to. We need to just do as much damage as we can so that when we finally draw a fight with fire, we can just kill them with it. And this will help us do that. Drops into 12. And we'll end our turn. We are getting into like get back syncopate territory though, or get back opt with our chronicler. What's happening? I don't think I'm gonna like it. Kicking their chronicler to get back Goblin Barrage. Who does that? Okay, so that does damage to us. This one's gonna do damage to us when it comes back too. There we go. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can kick it now. Kick it now. Play a kick to get to Chronicler next turn to get it back, and then play it a second time. I think we attack with both our creatures. What we may do instead is kill these creatures and do some damage to them. Okay, so, okay. I think that is what we do. So we'll do 2 to you. And 8 to you, which drops you to 4. We leave Garna in play. I mean, we could blow her out of the way, but I think just doming our opponent down to 4 here is better. And as soon as they see that we play the Chronicler and kick it next turn, they're going to be in panic mode. Yeah, we don't take damage this time because we killed the other wizards. Okay, so they're going to try to kill us before we can go off, but I think we're going to be okay. get back, fight with fire. Radiating lightning doesn't quite do it right here. So it has to be fight with fire. God, if they have a Skin Witch, I'm going to be so sad. She is really good against me because I can never, almost never, anyway, kick this and play this in the same turn. We're only 2 mana. No, we're not. We're more than 2 mana short. We're like 5 short. Alright, we did it. We did it. Okay, so still nothing to sideboard, so on to game 3. Okay, this is a good hand. We haven't seen our Academy Drake a whole lot. It did take over 1 game for us and win us the game. Probably the only game where Fight with Fire didn't win us the game. I feel like that's the case. So it's nice to see it, is the point, because I haven't seen much of it. So we'll opt at the end of their turn. Yeah, sure. Turn 2 Prospector. That's always that's how you want it to go, you know? How you draw it up. Okay, I think I'm going to play Overseer here and just try to attack in for 4. Our opponent's life total is essentially 10 in every game. So, because of how long these games go, it's really not that hard. I mean, as I'm sure you've seen, to get enough mana to just, like, go to town on, you know, Fight with Fire. Yeah, they're going to kill that. Sure. Doing 3 there would have been nice, but that works too. And in the long run, I guess I would rather them use that on my Overseer than on my Drake. So the Drake's probably getting played this turn. That kicked would be a menace for us, so I'm kind of hoping that never happens. Yeah, we'll play the Drake here. Okay. Well, back to our usual silliness. Yeah, I just think we end our turn. I mean, I could sack this, play Get to Chronicler kicked, and get back opt, but hardly seems worth it. If they play good creature, we steal it. Yeah, I think we steal that. We go to 19. There's a Time of Ice, but yeah, I think we just steal this Cyclops. Get in for 1. Now we have a really good blocker, so thanks. Oh, you killed your own guy? It's mean. Oh, yeah, that's good. We've done this before. Sticking Jousting Lance on Skirk Prospector is hilarious. But it gets the job done. We're at 6 mana right now. That means we're 3 away from Fight with Fire being what it can be. If he plays a 4/4, I probably cast Fight with Fire to kill it, and then attack, and then we get it back later to finish them. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen right here. I could play Time of Ice instead. Unwind, yeah. I had a feeling they might side something like that in. Okay, there's another land. I'm going to attack with this Prospector. Dropping them to 12. Yeah, we will kill the Raider. End our turn. Yeah, they don't have blue mana, so if we try to go off with Fight with Fire, we know they can't counter it. Mostly. Man, that's mean too. Why you gotta be like this? Okay, we go to 17. Hey, there's 8 mana, so cast you with your kicker. Get back Fight with Fire. Skin Witch costs a total of 6. They're like 1 away from it, unfortunately for us. Okay, so I think we equip. I think I'd rather play the Golem than Time of Ice here. Maybe that's crazy, because I have like a guaranteed, quote-unquote, 3 damage if I had played Time of Ice, but we can't really be sure that. I'm pretty sure my opponent probably had some way of stopping me. So now we'll play Howling Golem. Now they're going to play a kicked Skin Witch, and I'm going to lose like the 2 best cards in my deck. Oh, yep, they actually are going to do that. Oh. Well, should have played Time of Ice. We do still have 2 more Get-To Chroniclers, and we still have a creature who's a good attacker. So we're not toast or anything, but that does hurt. That's a surprising attack. We take it. All their creatures having haste is not something I'm looking forward to. Bouncing this at this point isn't actually that bad because I'm not going to have cards in my hand anyway. Although I say that, but if I get to Chronicler, then I would have cards in my hand. So that's where we are. Okay, I think we attack with both of our creatures, draw our card, and see what we want to do. Bouncing Garnet isn't ideal either, but at least then the creatures won't have haste next turn, and we can play around Garnet knowing they have it, which will definitely improve our decision making. They've gone to 9, which is good for us. So I think I do bounce Garnet here. And, yeah, we'll play this land and end our turn. So, Get-To Chronicler is good. What else is good? Just drawing our other Fire with Fire would be good. Fight with Fire. Whatever the hell it's called. We need to draw it. Okay. So, I think they're sort of trying to set up a Garnet turn. for the future. Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, so back-to-back these guys is pretty nice. Bounce the Raider again. Yeah, they get to rummage again, but that's their only good blocker. Plus we get to draw a card, which could be... It is Radiating Lightning, which could be enough. Be our poor man's Fire with Fire. 3, 5. We can drop them to 1. Kill one of those. Yeah, so if we cast this right now, we would drop them to 1, but that's not quite worth it, I don't think. But we are going to leave the mana up for it. So we know Garna's in their hand. Other than that, we don't know much. But they could have another unwind for us too. Chances are good we get to draw at least one more card with our Golem. So do they, but... And a deck like this one, I think, is like the best deck for Howling Golem, where you kind of have a combo deck, and if you just draw the right card in time, you just win. Okay, they're going to survey. We can kill the switch with Radiating Lightning when it blocks our Howling Golem, which is probably what's going to happen, I had to guess. They may also just end up deciding to take 2 or 3, and then we just finish them off with the Radiating Lightning next turn. Are they playing Garna here? Okay, they are playing Garna here. Yeah, they don't get anything back. It's interesting they decided to do that instead of flashing, but chances of me... yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense. Alright, so... Everybody get in there. Hello, Get You Chronicler. So we're going to use Radiating Lightning now to kill Garna. So it appears, yeah. We're going to wipe their board and drop them to 1, and we're not going to lose... Oh, well, we are losing our Golem, but he's cool with it. And then... we'll get Fight with Fire again. We could get Radiating Lightning. It is cheaper, I guess, against like Syncopate or whatever. That might be better. But this is better if something crazy happens, like they wipe my board and I have to have it kill all their creatures. What's happening? Are they about to Fight with Fire me? They're about to fight my Fight with Fire, if you will. Okay, they're playing Keldon Raider. Yeah, we got there. This deck, I do not advise trying to draft it. Or if you do, I mean, drafting the Get To Chronicler deck with Fight with Fire as a win condition, that's a real thing. But make sure your other cards are actually good. So in this deck, that wasn't really the case. We managed to get a trophy anyway because of the sheer power of some of our other cards, basically. But there were some bad ones in here that I hope I never play again. Warlord's Fury, I mean, you know. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next draft video.